You know, the Quran says that when the victory of Allah came, what kind of victory are we talking about? Is that because of preaching? No, victory of the sword. When victory came, suddenly people they are entering Islam like waves. So why people did not enter Islam until the victory came as waves? The chapter of the victory speaking about how victory have an impact of Islam. What the impact is? Suddenly people by tens of thousands entering Islam in one day. People they heard the news that Muhammad became victorious and he will go to kill them all. Convert or die, or we will take you as a sex slave. Why God he makes such a verse that when victory came by killing people, shedding blood, doing massacres, people enter Islam? Why Allah could not find a better way to make people enter Islam by love and peace and preaching and teaching? If you say to me that the God of Islam he tried, that's mean he failed. And if it is about believing and getting reward for your beliefs, so why you are forcing people to convert to this cult? You know, the Muslims they say to you, there's a verse in the Quran. It says, "La ikraha fi din." There is no compulsion in religion, but this is a false statement. This was a verse or Muhammad he made in the opposite direction, which means you cannot force your children not to accept Islam. It's not about the Muslims. And the Muslims they quote this verse also always to you because you are ignorant, you do not know what Islam is about. But all of us we knew that Muhammad he says it clearly that he been ordered to fight and kill all mankind until they convert to Islam. And when we say all mankind, we confirm here all mankind who they are not Muslims, because Muhammad will not fight Muslims. So here Muhammad you see, and this is very authentic according to Muslims, not according to me. Muhammad he confirmed that he have an order from Allah to fight and kill every single human being who don't accept Allah as God and him as a prophet. Can the Muslim they say this is fake? They cannot. Can they say this is weak? They cannot. Can they say we reject it? They cannot. And I challenge any Muslim to say I don't accept it. So how we can match this if this verse speaking really about there is no you know, no enforcement to anyone to accept Islam, then how you say I've been ordered to command it to kill all mankind until they say I mean, which one is one of them is not valid then? So what happened truly is Muhammad making a verse saying you cannot force your children not to convert to Islam, but I can force all mankind to convert to Islam. Muhammad he says I've been victorious by terror, to the point people look how peaceful Muhammad is. They used to be terrified even if Muhammad in a distance of a month. This is how much peaceful he is. Now regardless if Muslims believe in bewitched or not, but they claim that Muhammad was bewitched. The second you say that Muhammad was bewitched, it's mean he was under the control of the devil, because bewitched is simply a black magic, which is supposedly a devilish, satanic, evil power. So the Muslim themselves they witness for us that Muhammad himself was under the control of the devil, and he was not even aware of what he do and what he say, to the point it says he used to imagine that he has done a thing, in fact he did not. So how we can trust Muhammad that he saw an angel, his name is Jibreel? The only witness we have for Islam, he himself is suffering from mental issue. Pharaoh he died in one verse, and in the other one he live in another verse. So he died or he, no, it says here clearly وَإِذَا فَرَّقْنَا بِكُمُ الْبَحْرَ فَأَنْجَيْنَاكُمْ وَأَغْرَقْنَا آلَ فَرْعَوْنَ. So Pharaoh and his people they die supposedly, all right? And then Allah he punished Pharaoh already, chapter 3 verse number 11. Secondly, the Quran says that the Pharaoh he have a minister, his name is Haman, but Haman does not even exist in Egypt. When Muhammad speak about stories in the past, in the history, it's very funny and very stupid, because he misquote everything wrong.
Chapter 40.
verse number 36, and chapter 28, verse number 38. All right. The Pharaoh here,
46.
yeah, the Pharaoh, he ordered Haman, but Haman is not is not exist in Egypt. Haman is in Iraq. So a Pharaoh, he ordered Haman to build for him a tower. This is the Tower of the Babylon. This is in Iraq, not in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
So how Muhammad, he thought for a second that the Pharaoh is the one who ordered Haman to build the Tower of the Babylon. And what the purpose of that?
Mm-hmm.
Because he want to go to heaven and he will see God, to see the God of Musa, to see
Yeah.
if this is true or not. But this is not
Yeah.
this. But this story have nothing to do with the the story. This story have nothing to do with the Pharaoh. This is a story have to do with the Babylon. So Moses, we went back to his folk angry, sad. He said, "Oh, my people has not your Lord promised you, etc." And then he speak about how the Samari misleaded them, the Samaritan. So the Quran are proven
Yeah.
that all history is quoted wrong, and this is a proof that this is not from God. And they
Yeah. I heard about.
where this Harut and Marut, they came in the same tower, which is supposedly, according to Muhammad, Pharaoh he ordered to build. Where? In the Babylon. I mean, how in the world? And look, in that with even with Solomon. So here you will see that he sent two angels in the two angels in Babel. You see Babel, huh? Which is the Babylon land, the Tower of Babel. Harut and Marut, even those names are coming from legions before Islam. And what those two angels they do, they teach people black magic. I mean, the whole Quran is a book of fiction. So you see, not a single name quoted in the Quran is quoted accurately. Not a single date, not a single history
Yeah,
event.
they
As an
are
example, who is
quoted as
Isa? Until
Arabic
now, we
names.
cannot find where is Isa is coming from. I mean, how horrible Muhammad is to be a historian. His God Allah is the worst historian ever. So history is wrong, names are wrong. Like Mary, her father is Umran, and Musa, his father is Umran. This is why he says Mary is the sister of Aaron, because he thinks both of them they have the same father. It's not a, the Muslims they say, oh, there's a guy, his name is Kabul Ahbar, he got Muhammad busted. So he starts saying how the prophet saying that Mary is the sister of Aaron, but there is hundreds of years between them. So Muhammad, to fix his lie, he said, oh, at that time they used to call them by the good names of their ancestors. This is a lie. This is a big fat lie, because first of all, Mary is not from the tribe of Moses. This is additional stupid mistake, because you see, imagine you are from India. I don't know from which territory. You don't need to say. I do not know much about India, but let's say you are from Mumbai, and then your family, all of them, they are from Mumbai. So we will call you the Mumbanian, just for the sake of argument. So imagine I call you, I say your ancestor is Mr. Suzuki in Japan. I mean, they are not the same. They are two different tribes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they are not the same people. Yes, all of them they are Jews. Yes, they are all of them. They are the Jews. Yes, all of them they are the children of Abraham at the end of the day. But they are not the same. They are not from the same tribe. So how he mixed between Mary and how Mary she became the sister of Aaron, they are not even from the same people. So here you will notice the foolishness of Muhammad again. Same time, how the father of Mary became Amran, and the father of Moses became Amran. First of all, Musa's father is not Amran, is Amram. So Muhammad even could not quote the name correctly, and then he switched the name of the father of Mary just because he thought that Miriam is the real sister of Aaron and real sister of Moses. So he called Miriam father Umran. That's why we have a chapter in the Quran. It's called the chapter of Umran. So imagine, even Quran is full. Even the names are mistakenly made. Who is Umran? Who is the father of Mary? I mean, the Christians, they will corrupt their Bible. Even the names will change them. Why? That Allah, he gave the Torah to the Jews, and he entrusted the Jews in protection of the Torah. I mean, have you ever
Mhm.
heard of a silly statement like this? The book of God is the book of God, and the only one can be trusted to protect the book is God, for man is corrupt. Isn't it Muhammad who says every son of an Adam is a sinner? How you trust the sinner to protect your book? Secondly,
Yeah.
how you say I entrusted? You see, the word trust mean what? It's mean I believe that you are good, correct?
Yeah.
If I trust you to
Alright.
give you the key of my house, that's mean I believe in the moment I give you the keys that you are a good person, correct?
Yeah.
But this mean Allah do not know the
Yes.
future.
Mhm.
You see, mistaken and trust can be happen for a human being like me and you. I thought you are good and you turn not to be good. That's normal for a human to happen. But God, he trusted the Jews to protect the book, and then the Jews they screwed him, and then it like, oops, I made a mistake, I trusted you. That's alone proof that Allah cannot be God. Secondly, the Quran have tons of verses saying that Allah he confirm what is with them, not the opposite.
Mhm.
As an example, it says confirm what they possess, what is with them. All right.
Let me open chapter
Okay.
2,
How we
verse
can
number 8.
confirm? How we can confirm what is with them if it is
Yeah.
not, if it's corrupt? Hmm? It says it
Mhm.
clearly, confirming what is with them. Bima ma'ahum. The chapter 2, verse number 91. Chapter 2, verse 101.
Hmm.
Confirming here the Yusuf Ali he added what was with them. That's a lie. It doesn't say that in Arabic. It says lima ma'ahum, to what is with them. Change the translation, you will find the translator change. This is why I say always you have, you cannot trust Islamic translation for anything. Look,
Mhm.
look, 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 we just changed the translator. Look what happened. Do you see what happened?
Yeah, I saw. I already
Confirming
saw these things.
confirming that which is they possess. In the Yusuf
Mhm.
Ali he says what was with them. There's a huge difference between what was and what they possess.
Yeah.
So look what Adam he says to him. Do you blame me for which Allah had written in my fate 40 years before my creation? So Adam is not a sinner. Adam is a good guy. It was Allah. Allah is the mad guy. He made Adam. Look at this hadith here, and you will see here Muhammad is so excited. He says Adam he confuted Musa the 3 times. Look what he says. Adam he says to Musa, do you blame me for doing a deed which Allah had decreed that I should do? I should what? I should do. It's not a choice. So
Yeah.
our sin is a sin we should do in Islam. And if you commit sin, it is something you should do in Islam. It's not a choice for you. And not only that, you know that Muslims they get punished for adultery, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but adultery have different value for them. I mean, you can do adultery as long as you do it legally, like muta, it's fine. But look at this. Muhammad he says that adultery you do is a destiny Allah he decide for you before you do it. Read carefully with me, guys. And this is a Sahih hadith. This is a
Okay.
Sahih hadith. They cannot say it's a lie. So it says Abu Hurairah reported that Allah Messenger said, Allah SWSSS, who said, Allah has decreed for the children of Adam a share of adultery. This is Sunan ibn Dawood. And then he count what kind of adultery. Al-Bukhari, let's see Al-Bukhari. Uh, the Prophet he says,
Sunnah without.
yeah, we are going to show all the reference. Okay, so the Muslims they can see, what we are talking about. So
Yeah.
everyone, Allah he decreed for him what he will do and his share of adultery. This is Sahih al-Bukhari as an example. The Prophet who has said, Allah has written for Adam's sons his share of adultery, which commit, you know. So it's not you, it is not you who choose to do adultery. It's a fate Allah he wrote for you. It is
Yeah.
your share, it's your portion, and it's not a choice
This
for
is
you to
this is the
accept or
most
to.
stupid thing.
Yeah, so why you are stoning a woman for committed adultery if Allah is the one who decides before he created her that she would do adultery? And if you touch them, those two corners, they forgive your sin. They erase your sin. Abu Abdul Rahman, I said, oh, why do you, I do only see you touching those two corners? He said, I heard the messenger of Allah say, touching them erases sin. This is a pure pagan religion. This is Sahih Bukhari. Muhammad, he claimed that a person who do the deeds of people of hellfire, he keep doing them until there is a distance of one arm between him and hellfire. And then what is written by Allah will take over, proceed, and then he does the deed of paradise and he enter paradise. So what the point? What the point of this cult? So what is written by Allah will proceed. It doesn't matter what you do in your lifetime. Do you see it? And then Muhammad, he mentioned the opposite scenario. A man, he may do the deeds of people of paradise. This is Shabir Ali. Shabir Ali is doing the deeds of people of paradise till there's only one cubit between him and paradise. He's almost there. Almost his beard is entering the door of paradise, brother. And then what Allah written is to proceed. And then he does the deed of fire, he enter fire. I mean, this is the most stupid cult ever. So why I want to pray? Why I want to convert? If I am going to go to hell by Allah decision, which a pre-made decision for me anyway. You know what I mean? That no prophet should be accepted to be a prophet unless he make an offering and Allah, he sent fire from the sky to take it, to consume it. Okay, so the Quran approve that in order to know if somebody is a prophet of God or not, you ask him to make an offering, and if God, he sent in the front of our eyes, he sent the fire to consume that offer, that's a proof that you are God. And the same story appear in the story of who? Anyone remember? Anyone remember? Tell them, Muhammad, the story of the tale of the two sons of Adam, Abel and Cain. Truthfully, bilhaq, by the truth. I mean, it's funny how the Muslim, they use bilhaq in English. I mean, what the point? Translate. It is connected to etc. Recite blah blah blah, and then he says, which God, Allah, he asked them how they each offer a sacrifice to God, which is in the case of Abel, it was a ram. In the case of Cain, it was a green crops, and then it was accepted from namely the one who is Abel. A fire came down from heaven. So this is consistent with chapter 3, where it says that if you want to prove to us that you are a prophet, you have to make an offer. This is Allah way. You see, this is Allah way. Allah, he chose this way to show who he approved who. So when they said to Muhammad, okay, we will believe in you if you can make an offering and God send the fire to consume it, the same as happened to Cain and Abel. Muhammad failed. Muhammad, he failed. He could not even do the condition with Allah he put to accept an offering. Allah, he made a condition that if a person he accept him, he reject the other one, you make an offer, Allah, he send the fire in the front of the eyes of everybody and he will consume it. And here you notice, by the way, the story about Cain and Abel, and which Muslims cannot answer. Why Allah, he accepted the ram, but he did not accept the vegetables? I guess Allah is not a veggie. Allah is not a vegetarian. Otherwise, Muslim, they need to explain to us why Allah, from the first man, he wanted a ram as sacrifice. The Muslim, they say that Christianity believe in a bloodshed. The fact it's you Muslims, he will go, even Allah himself, he's asking and he accepts the bloodshed of a ram. Allah, he showed the shaitan by the stars. Muhammad, he wanted to see, I mean, Muhammad is a scientist, Muhammad, but let us say he is the kind of religious scientist. And you know what does that mean? He tried to make everything fit with his religion. So Muhammad, he saw shooting stars. He thought those are really stars. And he was asking himself why they are, what's happening? Those genie, they are trying to spy at Allah. So Allah, he showed their ass. Does it say that in the Quran, or I'm lying? Guys, Muslim, does it say that he showed them because they are spying at Allah? Yes, the Quran says that. Let me show you, brother. Read with me carefully, brother, about the Star War invasion. And we made the heaven, which means the sky, by the way. Here, this doesn't say heaven. Translation is false. It says the sky. And verily we made the sky. We have set mansions of the stars. He's talking about the zodiac towers, by the way. It doesn't say mansions. It says zodiac, the zodiac. And we have beautified it for the holder. And we have guarded it from every outcast devil. Save who stealeth the hearing. Main Shaitan KGB CIA is spying at Allah. So what the story here is saying, Shaitan, he tried to spy at Allah. Allah, he shoot his ass with a shooting star. And by the way, me myself, brother, I saw a lot of those stories. True story. Those are true story. And by the way, the Muslim, they say to you, do you know, brother, that the atmosphere is mentioned in the Quran? Really? Yeah, it says that Allah, he protected the sky. But they will not tell you that Allah, he meant the opposite. It is the sky protected, not the earth sky atmosphere protected. Which means it's not the atmosphere. It's the opposite. You cannot go out of the zone of the earth. That's what the Quran is saying. So they lied to you about what it's meant. Nothing new. Allah make a challenge for mankind and genie. Oh, company of jinn and mankind, if you have power to penetrate the regions of the heaven and the earth, penetrate them, but you will not be able to do so without our sanction. And if you try to penetrate, brother, to go to the moon, Allah will shoot your ass with the blazing fire. Do you see it? Do you see it? I'm not making things up. This is a chapter 55, and this is a brother 50, verse number 33. Well, as I know, brother, the first one who went to the moon, it was the communist. It's not even the Christians. I mean, the system, the regime. So Allah, he give them the sanctions, the communist. And please don't forget to download the videos, share it everywhere you can, and not only share the link, download the video, post it in your channel. If you speak other languages, don't forget please to add the subtitle or translation or etc. For that will help those who don't speak English to know the truth, and the truth will set them free. The truth is our target. We are not here fighting the Muslims. We are fighting lies of Islam, and this is what we are here for. Lies is our enemies. Muslims are not my enemy. I am fighting lies, and I hope that the Muslim will listen carefully. We are trying to save you from such a funny cult, stupid cult. We are not against you, my friend. Thank you very much for being here. May the Lord bless you, and until we see you soon again, Christ is Lord, Islam is false.